It's occurred to me that somebody is going to say from my last video, oh, don't you understand how elections work and people vote for the most popular and the most popular wins? Or they're going to tell me something about, don't you understand how recalls work? If you really got a problem with someone, there's a recall system. Or maybe they want to tell me about how there's a criminal system for when they do something criminal, etc. They don't know that shit. But I'm talking about real life, bro. Real life. If there's a problem, what do you do about it? You know what it takes to get an actual fucking recall? You know what kind of money and resources it takes? Normal people can't do that shit. Normal people can't go out and go fucking door to door across an entire state to recall a governor, or across an entire fucking country, state by state, to get something like that on a ballot, or to file it in federal court by themselves without a lawyer that they could never fucking afford. Normal people can't do that shit. So don't give me that bullshit about there's a recourse. Okay? Because most of the time, any effort like that is met with opposition anyways. And the opposition has more money than you. They have more money than me. They have more money than you. They have more money than anybody. So that shit don't work. So don't fucking give me that bullshit. You know, I can't even remember the last time I voted for somebody in any political position that won. Really can't. You might say, well, you're just always voting on the losing side. First of all, there's only one political system in this country. There's only one political party in this country, and they win all the fucking time, no matter who wins, Republicans or Democrats. First of all, if you're too stupid to understand that, I don't know. I can't say what I think you should do, but you can figure it out. Aside from that, though, you might say, well, you're always on the losing side because you don't pick the popular person. Well, it's funny because I talk to a lot of people that don't pick the popular persons. How does that work? How does it work that every time somebody wins, and I say, well, this is bullshit, I didn't vote for him, how come the guy that I support for once doesn't fucking win? How come this person never, how come the people I never win? And I find other people saying this. I find a majority of other people saying this. And let me tell you something. I'm not even talking about even people who say they voted for the same person that I did, because I live in an area where most people don't go politically the way I do. They just don't vote for the people that are. There's somehow these people just keep winning. So if it's true that I just have a minority opinion, not minority down to like 0% or 0.1 or, you know, something, but like the minority opinion, the 40% or less, 30% of the popular vote. Let's say I vote for the guy that gets like 30% of the popular vote, something like that. So somebody who has a showing but doesn't win, right? If I keep doing this, and if everybody I talk to keeps doing this, voting the same way, where they don't get the person that they want, but yet their person still makes a pretty good showing, why is it that we can't even get one area of the country to elect the right people? So like nobody seems to manage to be able to live in an area where somebody different can get political power, where somebody with a voice that will actually represent the people can get political power. I mean, the last election, I'm not going to talk about it because I think that'll get me my video fucking banned, but I will talk about a couple of congressmen, right, that got voted in. There were 3 of them that come to mind. I'm afraid to even say their names. Their first term, and they were very, I guess let's call them anti-system. They were definitely on a different track than the mainline people in their own party, and they were definitely on a different track than the other side of the aisle. So they were pretty much, in my opinion, independents that got voted in under one political party, and each one of them, they made it like 2-3 months. I don't even know if one of them made it even a month. And as soon as they did something significant to speak out against the status quo, they were threatened in one way or another. Now, one of these threats came in the form of a criminal threat. Now, I don't know if that guy did it or not. I just know that he's still in the Congress and nothing ever came of it. So, couldn't have been too serious. Seemed more likely that someone sent them a warning like, hey, you want to fuck with us? Look what we can do to you. Another one said something. Then she had to go make an apology and go, oh, I didn't mean that. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't mean to speak out against that group and, this particular fucking ideology. I didn't mean any of that. I apologize. Big reversal. And fucking on down the list. This is what I'm talking about, man. So these people don't fucking actually represent us. Nobody actually represents us. So what is the recourse? What is it? Can't vote anybody new in. Can't get a successful recall unless you got a fuck ton of money, and even then, you got to fight against somebody else who has way more money. No matter how much you think you got, the other side has more. Doesn't matter. The other side has more. So what do you do? What do we do then? That's what I want to fucking know. What do we do then?